Current stream viewing is great for content, but terrible for interaction. That's why we're introducing Razorcom Stream Viewer, a streaming experience that's both social and personal. Connect with friends by sharing streams and watching in a private party. Discover stream playlists or create your own to share with our advanced tagging and search functions. Stay notified when your favorite streamers go live without ever leaving Razor Comms. Go to RazorZone.com/comms to download Razor Comms and experience social streaming now.
What's up, guys? We're Tastos here at the OTK Invitational Skirmish on Azubu TV here at the Hungry App Studio. I'm Tasteless. Joined with me is the greatest Hearthstone player of all time, Artosis.
That's it, Tasteless. Thank you so much for throwing me under the bus.
He won BlizzCon, and then he was also the greatest caster, so we had to retire and move on to casting tournaments.
With great power becomes great responsibility.
Spider-Man was
like
right.
That. Yeah. That was actually Spider-Man's uncle that said that, not Spider-Man himself.
I was just referring to the comics, man.
But anyways, I'm very glad to be here.
Good
It's
to
been
be
a
here.
long time since I've gotten to cast any Hearthstone. It's been since like BlizzCon or something. And
yeah, the last BlizzCon.
Dude, I've missed it, and I've been wanting to cast, but finally here we are working with Azubu TV and Hungry App TV, and it's a blast. And I get to do it with you.
I am so happy to be here. I'm sure we have viewers who don't know who the hell I am, and I totally understand. I primarily cast StarCraft with Artosis. We've been out here for several years, but now we have this great opportunity to do this Hearthstone tournament together. Yeah. And I actually play a ton of Hearthstone nowadays, so
that's
I'm
right.
really thrilled to be down here.
He did get Legendary just recently as well.
Thank you.
Played a lot.
I do play Hunter, so wasn't too hard.
He's a Hunter on the ladder that kills you. And
I'm that mid-range Hunter guy.
You're like, oh, 2 kill commands, Taste is okay. Okay.
That sounds pretty fair. This tournament we have here today is going to be fantastic. We invited 8 of the best in the world, the most popular in the world. And by the end of this event, we'll be crowning one of them a champion.
That's right. It's going to be a whole hell of a lot of fun. I also got to say, I like the name that we have for it, OTK.
Yeah, I like
that.
Because
I know that most of you, your favorite thing, you're playing, you have 3-4 minions out, you've done some trades, and then your opponent kills you one turn, and you're like, bravo, that was awesome. And I think that that's the type of feel we want here in this tournament.
Yeah. I'm down with that. My favorite part about Hearthstone is all the RNG. That's what I like the most.
Oh, you like that part? Yeah, that
part's
part's pretty good too.
Well, Artosis, tell us a little bit about this tournament that we're casting here, that you in fact organize.
All right, well, let's go ahead and throw the rules up right now, and we'll talk a little bit about the format. Now, this is a single elimination tournament. We are going to have a third place match in there as well. Now, it's a best of 5 format, so 3 different classes. You guys know that inside out. You see it all the time. But each round, you can switch your decks if you win. So that's just a little bit of a switch up so that you can, you're not going to get scouted. Your opponents won't be able to know what decks you're playing. And as you see, for the prizes, top 3 spots pay out. And so you're obviously really going for 2 wins in this tournament, or you are feeling sad.
So, I mean, it's a short way to win actually a lot of money.
Yeah, it's a very quick little tournament.
Yeah.
But, it's better to start out a little bit simple and whatnot. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the players that we invited into this, because it is a sick lineup, as you see right here. Amaz, Ecop, Firebat, Kolento, RDU, Strifecrow, Thijs, and Tides of Time. That is, if you have to throw down a favorite right now on paper, Tasteless, who is it?
RDU. I'm an RDU fan.
You're an RDU fan?
What about you?
I always bet on Thijs and Strifecrow in every tournament, so I will stay with that. I believe in these 2 nerds very much. But the thing is, every one of these players actually has what it takes to win this tournament.
Yeah, anybody could come out on top here. We'll just have to see how this actually goes. Well, let's go and take a look at the brackets now and see who's actually facing who in this tournament.
Yeah, the brackets. Oh my God, Kolento versus Thijs, a rematch from the EU Blizzard Finals going into BlizzCon. And then we have Strifecrow versus RDU, Ecop versus Firebat, and Amaz versus Tides of Time. A sick first round. I guess any pairings would have been, but that Kolento Thijs match is blowing my mind, man.
Yeah, that will be a tough one to call. Do you have a favorite for that?
As I said, I literally always bet on Thijs. You can go through my casting career, and I think I'd bet on Thijs to win every match he's ever played in. So I'm going to go with Thijs.
Yeah, I think Thijs might be a good bet. I mean, Kolento, he's tough to count out, but Thijs is looking pretty sick lately. Strifeco, RDU. Personally, I'm rooting for RDU there. Do you have a favorite at all?
Again, Strifecro is like one of my old nerds. This guy is the ultimate gamer, and
He's good,
So,
not just in in this game. He's been top level on a multitude of different platforms.
yeah, StarCraft 2 Pro and whatnot as well. So, I mean, I would lean towards Strifecro there. But the thing is, RDU has won so many tournaments. It's like actually, this whole
Pretty
bracket's
insane.
like stupid to even try to predict. But yeah, I mean, these are our matches today, guys. We're gonna do these first 4 best of 5s here for you today.
Yeah. So this is going to be a lot of fun. We're going to start out today with Thijs against Kolento.
Yeah, and let's talk about
the classes that they're picking here.
So Kolento has brought Druid, Paladin, and Rogue, whereas Thijs has brought Druid, Warrior, and Mage.
Now, there's always it's like a game inside of the game, really, when you look at the class pickings. Who do I pick first? And oftentimes you're trying to either make a very conservative move and pick something you think you can win a lot with, or you're trying to counter-pick what they might pick first.
Yeah.
And, as you as you lose a game with a class, you can't pick it again.
Yeah.
Similar to most Hearthstone tournaments. So it's really a game of trying to counter each other throughout this picking process, throughout this best of 5.
Yeah, and there's like a lot of ways to go about it. You'd normally want like a good opening class too. I think a lot of players in this tournament, for instance, might bring Druid. That's like just always been one of these classes where it's like at worst you're 40%, you know. So we'll see what these guys open up with, but I think it's about time, Tasteless.
I think it's time. So Tastosis will be casting your first game here today. Let's get it going.
All right, looks like we're gonna have Thijs open up with Warrior, and he's gonna be going against the Druid of Kolento.
These are not uncommon class picks early on in a best of 5. Warrior can kind of beat anything.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Yeah, Warrior's not like specifically bad against really anything, so the same can kind of be said for Druid. So it's like a pretty good matchup, but I guess overall I would like slightly favor the Druid. You know, they're going to be like the aggressor more of the time.
Yeah, they certainly can be. And so let's start our first game. We already have Innervate, so let's get the shade of Noxtramus.
Yeah.
That's going to be kind of annoying, building up Noxtramus early on.
Yeah, well, Innervate, good card. Does sacrifice that card to get that shade out early, but obviously always a good first turn play here. I do have to say, you know, we kept Harrison here. That's going to be a very strong card against Warrior basically always, since every Warrior deck has at least 4 weapons.
Yeah, at least. We have a Harrison here for in the hand here against Druid, which is not going to be particularly useful.
Yeah, I would say unless his opponent is playing Blingtron,
Probably, yeah.
which is
If only
literally the
Harrison
only
could
way.
actually break the little sword for the Druid, the little weapon he gets.
Other
plus
than
the
that,
deck.
like let's look at this for a second,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Taste this, like other than that, I guess what he could do would be, okay, if there were 4 minions out, one of which was Arathi Armorsmith, and then he played Mind Control Tech, and then he played a Panda to bounce Arathi Weaponsmith, and then played Arathi Weaponsmith, then he could have a weapon. But that's about it.
That's about it. I think he pretty much
That's just
nailed
about the only thing that can happen here.
Whenever I see the Armor Smith, I always think of Men's Warehouse commercials.
Yeah?
It's like, you're going to like the way your armor fits, I guarantee it.
Well,
Okay, well, this is looking pretty good for Kolento right
yeah,
now.
the armor not fitting so well anymore. The Emperor has no armor at the moment, Tasteless.
Yeah.
And
Luckily, the Emperor does have clothes on, but that's
Yeah.
about it.
this hand, though,
Actually,
is like...
here's a question.
Yeah.
How much clothes do Druids really wear? The Druid is actually a Centaur, right? Is he a
Well,
Centaur?
this particular one,
No, wait. He can't be because I played him in Heroes of the Storm.
yeah, I know. Malfurion is not a centaur. He has like weird horns,
He's got fawn
but
legs, right?
I believe he might. Yeah, I think so. Malfurion. Yeah.
Okay.
It's
okay.
Cenarius that's a centaur.
Cenarius, thank you.
Because it like sounds like centaur.
Now, what you have to think about when you think of Cenarius is the fact that Cenarius is in fact basically naked. Centaurs don't wear clothes.
Well, sometimes they wear some clothes.
Like what?
Well, you see him with a shirt every now and then, or a necklace.
A shirt. First of all, a necklace does not count, man. That's like, he's got a watch on.
It's got a watch.
All right,
Hey, that's something.
Let's talk
Covering
this
up that
game.
wrist.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh wait, there's a Hearthstone game going on. Okay, hold on.
All
a
right,
second.
all right. Back to this game.
All right, so does go ahead and silence that Shade. He doesn't really have anything else to do there since he lost that 5 armor. The shield slams aren't going to be very good. I mean, he could have sacked the Armor Smith, but there's no point to use Execute right now, I'd say.
Well, right now it looks like Kolento, yeah, in pretty good shape here.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
we have the 2-1 Shade that's been silenced now, so that's basically like a long-term investment owl on his side of the board.
Well, if you look at like the hand of Thijs, right? He's got like a lot of late game in here. He hasn't drawn 1 weapon so far. You look at his face right now. He looks downtrodden about this hand.
Yeah, in case you guys are wondering, these are actually videos here. These are not actually pictures.
Yeah, we asked the players to turn on their webcams for the show.
Yeah, that's why it looks like this. In fact, what I'm most impressed about is the fact that Kolento has managed to maintain eye contact with the camera while still dropping his cards perfectly.
Well, the thing about Kolento,
and also not blinking.
See, if you were like a really big, long-time Hearthstone fan, you'd realize that Kolento is known most of all not for Miracle Rogue, but for his great peripheral vision.
Ah,
so
I see.
This is not even an issue for him at the moment.
Okay, we got another Sludge Belcher out here.
Yeah, he went through so much to clear that first one too. Everything like super going Kolento's way at the moment. All these Death Rattle minions, you can't even really clear the board.
I have no time.
Okay, well here we go. Getting Sylvanas out there, I guess not a bad idea. You need to have something out there that's gonna cause a problem and make Kolento try to figure out how to deal with this.
Well, she's really good for trading, so that makes a lot of sense. Let's see what he's gonna end up
turn
doing
7,
against this.
son.
Does that mean it's time for Dr. Boom?
It's time for Dr. Boom.
Well, turn 7 Dr. Boom is a pretty good play. And
I think that is the turn 7 play, my friend.
That's the only turn 7 play that there is.
That's the only turn 7 play that there is. There's nothing that compares.
You know
to
you're
it.
behind if you didn't play Dr. Boom on turn 7.
Yeah.
But
you know you're behind if you didn't even have Dr. Boom in your deck. You're like, well, that was a mistake.
Turn 7, and then your opponent's turn 7 or turn 8, they're always the same. It's Dr. Boom, and then BGH comes out, and then you try to clear the Boom bots, and they kill BGH. It's like literally every time.
Yeah.
BGH does not live through Boom bots. They have revenge in their heart. But he actually skips that. Goes ahead and plays his Force of Nature here. Looks like he's going for a Sylvanas trade.
And looks like he's hoping that one of these. Ah!
You know the name of that card?
No.
I call him the little cloak dude.
What, do you actually know the real name of it? Because I don't.
I think it's like something Gilbin or something like that.
Oh yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah. Stealthy Gilbin or something? I don't know. But, you know, one thing I gotta say, I'm a little bit surprised that he came out of the Piloted Shredder, because Piloted Shredder, what it should say is not that you get a 2-mana minion, but that you get a 2-mana minion that no one ever uses. Well, I guess you don't really use that, but like, I always see Lightwell. I always see Doomsayer. Okay, these are the cards that it actually gives.
Doomsayer, that's a game changer when Doomsayer comes in. You're like, okay, whoa, I wasn't expecting this. I've gotten Millhouse Mana Storm a couple times. That's my strategy. Is
that's
I go
the best
Pilot
one.
Shredder to Millhouse Mana Storm to win.
He's even better stats than the original. Like,
Yeah.
He's pretty sick. Trying to decide right now what does he want to go for. Now, you gotta be careful.
Millhouse Mana Storm is unbearable in the intro to this game.
Oh yeah, he's so
Oh
annoying.
man, that was brutal. I didn't know if I was going to get into Hearthstone. When I played that and I had to watch Millhouse. I'm like, I don't know if this game's for me, but
No.
once you get past that, man, pretty good game.
Absolutely. Well, he dodges the boom bots, knowing that if he were to hit a boom bot with his 5/5, the boom bot would then explode with 4 damage on that now 5/4 and destroy it.
Yeah, that's how that works normally, at least when we're playing. Okay, so he's going to run Dr. Boom right in there.
Let's see where this boom bot wants to hit.
Is he going to maybe hero power first? I don't know.
Look at the concentration going on with Kolento here, trying to figure this out.
Really taking his time. Can't blame him. Oh, now that was a nice hit. 2 damage there onto the hero.
I suppose.
Well, considering that...
you don't want to just give him armor or something?
yeah, don't just give him armor. Could have been 1 damage, you know, on our 1/4.
Sure. That would be the absolute best for Thijs, for sure. But, well, we'll have to See what he goes for next here. Where is that bomb gonna go? Oh, to the face for 3. Of course, the spell damage here going to be able to clean up.
Oh, this is a nice move here. I didn't see that actually. Yeah, with the spell damage, he can actually wipe out for 4 damage.
Yeah, the Shield Maiden.
The Shield Maiden.
I'm waiting for you to call her Iron Maiden.
In my head, it's Iron Maiden. It actually is. And then
I'm trying to think of an Iron Maiden song. And now that I've said that, the Twitch chat is...
That's why I've actually was caught off guard that I would even think that. But anyways, here's Ragnaros.
Let's see, he's got to hit something here.
All right, it will go to the Dr. Boom. Okay, never mind. I tried to predict it. So, now it's back over here to Kolento.
Yeah. The old Ancient Allure man.
Yeah,
and of course he has BGH here, so that's probably coming out.
Yeah, ouch. Well, that could not have gone worse. Their BGH a real game changer. Otherwise, Ragnaros could have had an extra turn to do something, and this could have, I think, been a different game. But right now, with the number of creatures on board here for Kolento, what he has in hand, this is looking pretty tough. Now, there is a Sludge Belcher here. Maybe he can buy some time.
It's looking pretty rough, especially if you look at his opponent's hand.
Is he gonna just run this into into the 4-2?
I think you absolutely must.
Okay.
Like you have to gain as much as possible. The thing is, there's Savage Roar and a Druid of the Claw, so that's like 8 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7. You do the math, Tasteless.
Math is hard, man. I can't do that.
That's victory right there. That's lethal.
And looks like we're just going to have an attack and a face here, and that'll do it. GG. Game number 1 is won. There for Kolento.
All right. So Kolento taking out the Warrior with his Druid. And that leaves us with Thijs having a Druid deck and a Mage deck. Now, there's a couple schools of thought on this. One, you can take the coin flip in Druid versus Druid and see who draws Wild Growth.
Yeah, see who gets to innervate out the big dudes first. And
you can take that coin flip if you like. Or you could go with Mage. Now, this could be a Freeze Mage. Freeze Mage is relatively popular. And of course, as the rest of us know, Mech Mage. That's a deck that you hit every now and then on the ladder.
I would not go for Druid v Druid. I think that would be a bit of a gamble.
Yeah.
I'd actually There's a good amount of money on the line here. You don't have to get that far. I'd play it safe.
Yeah, I think I'd feel fine with either mage type against this. Like, what other mages are there? There's really just those 2 mages. There's no one really uses Control Mage and no one uses Fatigue Mage right now. So it has to be Freezer or Mech Mage.
Well, actually, game number 2 is ready. So let's see what turns out here between Thijs and Kolento.
All right, does go with the mage. Let's see what it is. Mech Mage. Oh man. So Tasteless, tell me a story about Mech Mage, because I know you've played it a lot and played against it a lot, being a ladder player.
Oh, I played Mech Mage a lot on the ladder. I got to rank 2 and then I stopped. I had a Mech Mage deck that had a Blingtron 3000.
Blingtron.
And my strategy was basically that.
How did that go for you?
Usually well, man. Sometimes I'd get Ashbringer or something for my weapon, and my opponent would get something horrible.
Oh my god.
It used to actually work really well if you used the Chugga Chugga guy in this.
Chugga Chugga?
Wait, you know this guy? What is it? Chugga Chugga Chugga.
Oh yeah, Snow Chugger.
If you get
the
Snow
Chugga guy, I love it.
Guy,
you are so cute.
Thank you. If you use Chugga Chugga guy and you can freeze them, what you can do is you can actually combo that with Harrison Jones. So you Blingtron as you frozen them. They have a weapon, they're frozen. You hit them. I'm serious. And then
you guys don't see me just smiling at Tasteless.
And then you actually drop Harrison Jones.
Oh my god.
It is dirty.
It sounds
is some
amazing.
Dirt nerd stuff.
It's definitely some dirt nerd stuff.
Definitely some dirt nerd. That's the technical term for it.
Oh my god. And with this combo, you got to rank 2.
Yeah, I did get to rank 2.
God,
but
Mech Mage is a good deck, huh?
It's pretty good.
That even with a combo like this in it, you got to rank 2. You have, well, taking a look at this game actually, pretty sick start from Thijs, being able to get that Mech Warper out immediately, getting the free mana on the Clockwork Gnome.
Yeah, that's huge. And here's gonna get Pilot and Shredder out
for 3 mana. For 3 mana. 10 Tell me it's not already good enough.
3 mana.
God.
That's pretty sick.
And I want to put this into perspective for people. This little 2/3 gained him 2 mana already. Poor Druid up here, poor Kolento, he had to use Innervate to do that, and that was a whole card that he lost. Wow.
Let's see here. I think you want to go with Goblin Blast Mage. Let's see if RNGesus is on his side here.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
You could have at least given him Millhouse Mana Storm from that, but
At
no.
least.
This is so rough.
I want to point out that those all hit before it went to face, too, that last one.
Well, they didn't want to give Thijs any stress.
Yeah.
Well, of course, you know, Mirror Entity, as always, going to be the secret that gets in a Mech Mage.
Yeah.
But look at this, the damage on board. He can already bring him down to like 10 this turn.
Yep, pretty easily, actually. Well, I think there's some deliberation here. Does he want to maybe just drop Mad Scientist and Spider Tank?
Probably.
Or does he... Hold on.
Like, he could use a Frostbolt, but does he need to use the Frostbolt here? Like, does he care if this trades into his 5/4?
Well, what I was actually wondering was, like, would it ever be worth it to save a Frostbolt for you to get Archmage?
Well, I would. Is Antonitis.
Antonitis, okay. I almost said like Archimitis.
Just think of it like Dantonitis, but Antonitis.
Dantonitis?
Yeah.
Thanks, great.
That's how I remember.
I'll put it as the word tinnitus and Dan there.
Well, it looks like he is.
Listening to your cast, I'll never get Dantonitis. All right, GG.
All right. Well,
So,
that was.
In an upset, Goblin Blast Mage won that game entirely. That was sick.
It certainly was the case, man. That Blast Mage hit was pretty sick, but like overall, the opening there from Thijs was just too strong. To be able to get out the Piloted Shredder on turn 3, turn 4 Blast Mage to clear your opponent's board.
I think like getting Mech Warper out when you're doing Mech Mage. I mean, it sounds really simple, right? Because you have nothing but mech stuff. But I mean, if you just get enough out, it's so hard to deal with that. And when Goblin Blast Mage comes out, even if you were matching it pretty well, the odds of that random 4 damage being distributed in such a way that it can probably kill off or make for a favorable trade there.
It was like, I mean, everything worked perfect because he even got a 3/2 so that we could see the Mad Scientist trade into it and give him the Mirror Entity, which would allow him to just steal whatever minions come out this turn because you can't just swipe on the next turn. That's like, you can't just sit there and play spells as Druid and ever hope to win. You need to play minions. So it was like, perfect scenario for Thijs.
What do we have left for deck choices here now?
Kolento can go to Paladin or Rogue. Now, Paladin probably going to be like a mid-range Pally, which is going to be pretty good against any sort of rush deck.
Kind of surprised to see Paladin there, actually.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite a good deck. Like, it's good to ladder with, but
yeah,
I haven't seen it as much in tournaments lately, but, you know, it's a pretty solid pick overall.
Maybe he'll go for Rogue, actually. Then again, I guess it depends. Rogue might actually be his best. Oil Rogue is pretty strong nowadays.
Yeah, I would definitely prefer Paladin because normally Paladin is going to be very good at killing rush decks, whereas you definitely can with Rogue, but I feel like Paladin is the clear favorite pick here against Mage.
Well, Artosis, it's time to start game number 3 here with Thijs and Kolento. Let's do this.
All right, does go straight up with the Pally deck here, and of course that's going to be like a mid-range Pally. Only I play life game Pally. Healadin, as I like to call it.
Healadin. I remember when I first started playing Hearthstone, I remember people were talking about hand lock.
Yeah.
And I thought, what does that mean? Like, does it lock their hand in? I mean, I knew nothing about CCGs at the time. And then Artosis is like, oh no, it's like...
based around your hand.
It's based around just building a hand and having its Warlock. And I'm like, man, Hearthstone has the worst names for stuff.
Dude, there are some funny deck names out there. Actually, I named this deck once. Admirable showed me this deck. It was like a Paladin deck. And he just kept talking about how hard it was to play perfectly. So I'm like, I'm naming this deck for you. It's called Heartedin. Actually, I only named Paladin decks. Caldy gave me a Paladin deck, and I called it Caldy Paldy.
Do you know what I named my Hunter deck that I got to Legend with?
What?
This is actually how arrogant I am, because I put, there is no spoon.
Oh my god. I don't even like you anymore. What we do see, as far as these openings go, just Kolento played out the quick Wild Pyro to be able to trade with something like a Mech Warper. Unfortunately for him, it did end up hitting into a Mad Scientist, but this is a great opening for him so far. Like, this is... You can't really complain about what's gone on for Kolento here.
No, you really can't. This is actually a great situation here for Kolento. Now, it's Mech Mage, and there are 2 Consecrates here, and I think he might even just on turn 4 here want to arm the sword.
Possibly.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't even see that.
I have to say I like this because you know it's Mirror Entity. That is not a Spellbender, okay? Can we all agree that that is not Spellbender?
We can agree that it's not a Spellbender.
Okay. Yes. So it is in fact what we assumed it would be. But yeah, like it seems pretty good, and Kolento's hand is very, very strong. Whereas you look at Thijs's hand, that's like, his mana curve is topped out there. 3, 4, 5, 7, that's like, you don't want to ever draw Mirror Entity. And like, Loatheb you don't want to draw quite yet, and obviously Antonidas you don't want to draw quite yet, so tough situation for him.
Yeah, a little bit tricky here. He could actually this turn Mech Warper and then Yeti. What do you think of that?
I think Mech Warper can be a silly card, and I think that's a great play. I think
is there any merit to Loatheb? I guess.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think the problem here is, do you use your 4/3 to hit a 1/1? Because if your opponent has a Quartermaster and you don't do that, it's like GG, right?
Wow, I thought he was actually going to hit one of the 1/1s. Maybe he is still going to do it. Okay.
Yeah. Again, if he has Quartermaster and you don't do that, you just feel like an idiot. Unfortunately for him, he has Consecration, the other answer.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, pretty good one.
Well, let's see here. Can he trade this all favorably? We have the 4/2, but that's going to have a drop. That's going to drop Millhouse Mana Storm, so you got to factor that in. I think he just barely has enough to clear most of this.
He's definitely going to clear most. Like, a Consecration has to come out. It's like pretty tough to kill this 4/5. But the funny thing is, you actually do have to check what's in this Piloted Shredder, because it could be an issue. What if that was Millhouse? Like, yeah, that would be a pain. You'd have to actually do something about that. But he gets very lucky here. It is Fairy Dragon, and gonna be able to clear pretty well. And look at the life total. Kolento's at 26 against 20. He has more cards in hand. He has a solid board.
Oh man, was he gonna Goblin Blast Mage? All right, let's see if he's as fortunate as he was last time. Oh my God, what?
Goblin Blast Mage, good card.
Did he sell his soul to win this series? This is ridiculous. He made a deal with the devil, my friend.
Well, you know what? Mech Mage is close enough. It's not Hunter, but...
It's close enough, yeah.
Close enough.
All right, the game goes on here. Sludge Belcher is an option. We also have Equality and Consecrate. But then again, I think he'd still not have any tempo advantage here, because next turn he could.
I think you probably have to Equality Consecrate, right?
I don't know what other play you'd do here. Would you really want to go for like a 6-drop right now, or even go for? Actually, going for Sludge Belcher would be like the worst thing ever, right?
Yeah, it doesn't really do anything on that board. So I think you have to do this and hope that his hand is garbage. Hope that you forgot that you killed 3 Clockwork Gnomes and he only has spare parts in his hand.
Oh, Fireball here. What do you think, Loatheb here?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's that or Antonidas without a Fireball coming up. That'd be questionable.
So I guess next turn what you probably want to do is, what do you think about Antonidas into +1 attack? Because that gives you the 2 Fireballs.
2 Fireballs.
I don't feel like the Paladin...
That'd be 6 to face. He's at 14.
The Paladin doesn't have, I think, a lot of ways to just get rid of...
He'll have a very... Oh, and he draws a Frost Bolt. So, wait, 6, that brings him to 14, and then 2 Fireballs, and... Wait, he can't cast all of that because he only has 9 mana. Yeah, no, I mean, you do it, you're at 2 high health. The thing is, these Paladin decks, off of a board like this, can't kill you quickly. If they have a bunch of dudes out, maybe with a Quartermaster, but... Yeah, this is a hell of a lot of damage.
That's what Archmage does when he gives you that fireball with one of those 1-mana cards. The game's ruined for you now.
Pretty much. And the thing is, you have to kill Antonidas.
Yeah, you have to,
'Cause
but there's
fireballs?
a 6/5 Lotheb.
Antonidas is pretty silly, isn't he?
Yes, he is. And that is not the card you were looking for.
You know what? If Antonidas is going to do that, they got to make Gazlo any mana spell. Give you a mech card, I think. Well, that's just it. Like, he has the damage in hand.
Yeah.
The thing is, that's what Kolento had to do, too, so. Pretty rough.
And goodbye.
All right. He's going to...
Nicely done.
Yeah, gets a nice win there against the Paladin. So, Thijs goes ahead and takes 2 in a row so far with this mage deck.
Yeah, nicely done there by him.
Nice Thijs.
I have to say, good job. Goblin Blast Mage today. I don't know if Kolento is in fact the Goblin Blast Mage right now.
You mean Thijs?
Thijs, I was testing you. All right, start over. No, that was nicely done there. You know, I think most people that are watching this have probably
had the Blast Mage wreck you like that?
Well, not just that, but experience what happens when the fireballs, it starts to snowball out of control once you get Archmage out like that.
Fireballs can't snowball. They
can in this game when that mage is
Yeah.
out there, man.
It's funny that, by the way, why do mages have fire spells and ice spells? What is that?
That is actually a good
Like what,
question.
fireball,
Most of the time in
ice lance,
there's
freeze,
there's like
flame
ice
strike.
mages, or you know, there's healing mages. But yeah, to have ice and fire,
Why do they get both?
that seems like a bit of a lot.
How does that even work? It's like ice magic with this hand, fire magic with this hand.
Yeah, I mean it would.
That's probably how it works.
probably-
I mean, I don't play WoW. You tell me.
We,
but
we have no magical powers at all. But
speak for yourself, Tasteless.
We are. Wait, actually, hold on. Before we start,
It's-
what is?
Kolento has to go into Rogue.
Okay, so it's going to be Rogue.
Probably Oil Rogue. I don't
Oil
even
Rogue.
have any idea what else it would
Or
be.
Rogue, a lot of fun to play. Let's go ahead and start our next game here.
Okay.
At the OTK.
Jade versus Valera.
Watch.
Alrighty. See what he can do with
You
this.
asked for it.
All right, so Kolento actually keeping that prep, gets a backstab, and oh my god, look at that.
Yeah, this is
He actually has a
really
Van
good
Cleef.
for.
Whoa.
Actually, these guys both have great hands here.
Yeah, they really
the
do.
Backstab and the prep. There's actually a lot you can do with this to buff.
Dude, he can get,
Van Cleef.
he can clear a couple minions and have an 8/8 on turn 3. Clear 2 minions, have an 8/8, and still have a dagger charge up to clear another minion.
And what's funny about this is frankly, Thijs doesn't have a bad opening here at all.
No, this is really
This is
good.
actually really good.
Like turn 1 to go ahead and throw that in. The little 3/2. I don't know why his name just left my brain.
What, Cogmaster?
Yeah, Cogmaster.
Yeah, Cogmaster.
And then I mean, look at that board already that he's built, but it's about to get devastated.
All right, here we go. Deadly Poison, now with this in combo with prep and backstab, is going to make, I believe, an 8/8, 6/6, no 8/8.
8/8. Well, that's pretty big.
That is a giant. Mech Mage does not really deal with giants that well at all. Like this early.
No,
it's
not.
actually very difficult.
If you happen to have like a fireball, you can get away with it.
Yeah,
But
but you have to
Well, he
have that
doesn't-
fireball, which you probably
Yeah.
mulliganed early.
looks like he's gonna fish here, see if he can get a freeze. No.
No.
Oh man, couple reversing switches. Those aren't. You want to make him a 6/8 with your coin and a reversing switch?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Sounds like a good play. Sounds all right.
All
And
right,
what is this?
Prepcast, that's actually.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
Okay, Kolento.
GTFO, back in the deck you go.
Thijs isn't going so well.
That took me like a second half, but you are
The gist.
funny.
The gist. Well,
Going on into this game, we are actually looking at a very tough situation right now
Yeah.
for Thijs. I mean, I'm racking my brain right now trying to think of what exactly he can do to make the situation
right?
better, and I think that's basically it.
No, that's way too much damage. Okay, I gotta make sure that he can kill that off as
Fine.
well.
Just get as much control as possible out here.
This guy's toast.
Naked SI agent dropped here as well.
Yeah, saving that cloak for some reason or another. But I mean, that's like, I guess that's game. That was a very fast and furious one there.
Well, I
Gonna
mean,
show off his spare parts. He has 3 reversing switches? Wow.
the reversing switch play. Damn. Okay.
That middle one though was a back to normal switch,
Yeah.
not a reversing switch.
It was a renormal. So
It was a renormal.
yeah, it was a renormal. I got nothing, guys. I don't know. So we're tied up right now
Yeah.
at 2-2. That means it's all going to come down to these final. It's going to be Rogue against
Druid.
Druid.
So Rogue against Druid, I mean that's like a match as old as time itself right there.
Yeah. But you know, with the new Oil Rogue, it's a little bit different than the Miracle Rogue that we had before.
Yeah, I think
I might even say I feel like Oil Rogue there's less decisions to factor in.
I think it's not as hard to play most of the time. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but Sprint is the stupid man's Gadgetzan Auctioneer. You
Yes,
can't really mess it
yes.
up. Gadgetzan, you can like misplay it and stuff.
No,
you play Sprint, you
Miracle
draw
Rogue, you're
4
like, you're
cards.
like, okay.
Do I play him now? Oh
there's
my
so
God.
so many different things I can do, but
Yeah.
with Sprint, you're like, darn, you throw it on the board and collect 4 cards. So,
It's pretty sick.
but in all seriousness, Oil Rogue is very good. So let's see how he does now against Thijs's Druid.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Malfuria.
All right. Very interesting. The opening draws here. It's going to be important to see Thijs go ahead and grab some mana Excel, since your opponent normally has to deal with everything via damage. There's only 2 saps in that deck, so if you can get something like a Wild Growth, that's quite nice. Well, there it
Wild
is.
Growth, there it is.
Wild Growth, there it is.
There it is. Boot, there it is.
Well, that's really good. Yeah, I mean, this mana curve may get super good. Look, he's got 4 and 5. He doesn't have a great 6, but even his keeper
Yeah,
plus
but he's
hero
got
power.
enough time to draw some cards. So
Yeah.
he might have a good 6.
That curve, man, and then turn 7, Dr. Boom. Is there anything in this game more powerful than turn 7 Dr. Boom? That's my question to you.
The answer is absolutely not. Turn 7 Dr. Boom
It's pretty good.
it's pretty good.
Is it better than turn 1 Leper Gnome though?
Turn 1 Leper Gnome also pretty good. But I
think
would
turn
say
7
Dr.
Dr.
Boom
Boom.
just a little bit
When
better.
Dr. Boom and Leper Gnome go against each other, yeah, definitely. All right,
Now,
so
okay, I was going to say what
Ooh.
we're going to see dropped out here. It's going to be that 3-2 Murloc,
This guy's toast.
but
Puddle Skipper or
nicely
something?
handled. Yeah, I believe it's something like that.
I've been trying to make Shaman Murloc decks. I can't do it. If anyone knows a good Shaman Murloc deck, send it to Artosis.
Yeah, tweet it to me too, actually. I'd love to
Yeah.
have one as well. Okay, so it's going to be this turn basically plays itself here. I guess he has to decide if he wants to have it be a taunt over charge, I would assume. Yeah, taunt.
Yeah, you generally want more health against Rogue, just so they have to deal with it. Like I was saying before, it's like them having to burn through that many health points is just annoying. Looks like he will go ahead and trade into this. No big surprises here. I can't wait to see what he gets in this piloted Shredder, though. Do you think
guess
it'll
you
be a
could just-
Doomsayer, a Millhouse Mana Storm, or a Lightwell? Because it's probably one of those.
Oh, and sometimes I get a Pat Nagel as well.
Nat Pagel?
Pat Pagel.
Pat
Nagel.
Who are you?
Sorry, guys.
Imposter.
Get out of your chases, you
Phony
fraud.
chases. Yeah.
Okay, we have the Rogue kind of looking like a Druid sometimes.
Yeah.
So you get that 1 damage, you just run your face right into that.
Yeah, still has a pretty good board. This is not a bad one to get,
This is
actually.
great, actually, to get
Armani Berserker.
the Dr. Boom out here, which is already like, okay, buddy, here you go, figure this out.
And look, he's already got the combo in hand. This game
Yeah.
is very close to possibly ending because in the turn after the next turn, he's gonna have the combo for 14. So he just needs to deal 6 more damage. Those 2 boom bots, they may do 8 damage to his face.
So many options.
Yeah, they just
could be.
may. They just may already. I think actually, man, this is gonna be tough. So what can Kolento do here? Problem is he doesn't have any great cards. Well, no, hold on a second. Maybe he could kill off Dr. Boom.
Well, he has to kill Dr. Boom.
Yeah, I mean, you have to get rid of the boom bots are a nuisance, but Dr. Boom is just.
Yeah.
If they have like 1 or 2 turns with Dr. Boom where they hit you, you're usually dead.
Oh. Well, that was
is
as unlucky as it could
unfortunate.
be. Like, he was looking for that to hit the Armani for like 1 or 2. Because if that thing goes up to 5, then suddenly he can clear this board easy, but he has to use a lot to do this now.
Oh, I see what he's gonna do. He's gonna backstab here. Oh yeah, okay, then he can SI agent, he
Yeah.
can do the 2 damage. Now, this means that there's another turn here where Rogue survives and you ran out of time! Okay. That's miracle rope.
Well, still, he only has to deal 5 more damage here.
Wow.
That's how it goes.
That's how
normal.
it works. Okay, so Sylvanas is out here. And what I like is this really pushed pressure here for the Rogue to try to get Sylvanas off the board somehow before you bring out anything.
Yeah, she's like a frequent sap target, but normally that's when you're ahead. He's actually dead unless he gets sap and prep right now.
Oh, nope.
And that's not sap and prep.
Yeah, I guess that is it. It's going to be
Thijs
Force
gonna
of
combo.
Nature. Yeah. And then Savage Roar. Here we go. Ready?
Show me your greatest Savage Roar.
Roar! Whoa, that was so savage. That was the most savage roar you've ever heard.
That was a pitiful roar. I have
It
to
was
say.
not a pitiful roar.
I'm actually embarrassed right now.
That was a king of the jungle roar.
There's a real roar.
What's yours?
Roar!
Roar. Mine's like roar.
You're actually like the
Hey, let's
lion
do it at
from
the
Wizard
same
of
time. You
Oz.
ready? Roar. Oh, now see, now we got it down. That was good. That was really
You're
good.
actually the
We
lion
have-
from the Wizard of Oz tasteless. It's actually very sad.
If I am a lion, I am Mufasa from the Lion King. No, wait, I'm Scar.
Isn't
No, wait,
Mufasa
which one
the
died?
monkey? Yeah, you know, you're Mufasa. I've seen
No,
your butt.
Mufasa's not the monkey.
Yes,
No, he's not.
Oh, that's
No.
Murfiki. That's his name, right? Murfiki?
You have a kid. Aren't you supposed to know all these Disney movies, man? What is going on? All right, that's enough. That's enough. We're going to sum up that game real fast.
I actually made sure
Fantastic.
watch streams.
Just don't make her watch Crip stream and she'll turn out
Never.
okay.
Never.
So, we have our first winner. Moving on.